Okay, so this worksheet is a tool that we use to analyze how much our customers are returning to us. And what we've done is we've devised, let me just show you the done version here. We've devised a formula, okay, to start out here, where we only allow them to return up to half of what they've purchased from us, which is pretty good. I mean, that's big. But these customers, based on whatever they've done year to date, we have a kind of a year to date level that they can return on us. Okay, and that's shown over here. And we're able to get that by taking that year to date number and just kind of multiplying it by 50%, and that's how we get this number here. All right. Then what we're going to do is we look at this RMA variance. So that would be kind of like the difference. And what we've done here, all right, is we've taken their year-to-date returns, which are going to be, in this case for Lehman's here, 49.70. They still have up to 62.13 that they can return. That's their limit. So they still have now a little over $1,200 that they can still return to us. All right. We don't need to tell them that. We're not going to call them up and say, hey, if you want to return up to $1,200, go right ahead. That's not really good for business, right? But it's just what we're using internally. And the customer knows these numbers as well. All right. So they know by purchasing from us that in the long term, they can return, but they can only return half of what they've purchased from us. And again, that's pretty liberal. Now, aside from that, we can also show how far they've reached their goal, I guess, or their maximum, right? So this number here that they have of having only done 49 in returns, they still have up to 62 that they can do. They've reached 80%. So this number here represents 80% of that. And we did that with just a simple divisionary calculation as well. So that's what we want to come up with this worksheet. I came up with this from one of my customers, or one of my, I guess, my students, years and years ago. They were trying to put something like this together for their company, and they weren't anywhere near 50% allowance. I think their allowance was like something like 20% or 15 or 20, something like that. But the idea is that I think it's a useful tool, that's all. And if anything, it's just a great way of demonstrating, different kinds of calculations, formulas that you can put together. So let's try this. Let's go back to our original here, and we're going to figure out what their maximum is. So the maximum is going to come from whatever their year-to-date number is, half of that, right? So what we do is we go to here, we say equal, all right? And we say, okay, we're going to take the year-to-date number divided by it, so that's your right slash, and then we're just going to type in what? Well, we could type in 0.5. We can also just type in 50 with a percent even. You can do that too, right? Either way. Enter that in. There it goes. So, well, what did I do? I did division. I should have done that. I don't know why I'm thinking division there. Okay, well, we get to edit now, don't we, huh? So we'll just go back here. Sorry about that. All right, so it's going to be times, all right? So we want to allow them 50% of whatever they have. So it's multiplied, right? So we do that, enter it in, there it goes. So 62 is exactly half of what you see there. All right, so then we can go ahead and copy that all the way down. Now the next one is figuring out that variance or that difference. So we're going to say equal, all right? We're going to take what's in E2. We're going to take the RMA, or the amount that they've returned so far, right? And then we're going to go ahead and hit minus, and then we're going to go and subtract that from their allowance. So this is what they've returned. This is their cap. So we click onto that, and that ends up giving us the fact that they still have 1,243 to go. Now, if you'd have done the calculation reverse of that, it would have been a positive number. But my thought is when I see a negative, that's kind of a good thing. That means that they got that much more to go, all right, before they are at break even. And then if they go any more, then they're going to be going over the limit. All right, so we'll go back there, copy that down. All right, you'll notice on this one, it just so happens that for a commercio here, their limit was 80/70, and they have actually hit it, so they have nothing. They have no room. All right. All right. Now for this last one, all right, we're going to take what's in E2. We're going to take their year-to-date returns so far, right? Divided by, so we're going to put our right slash in there, and divided by their allowance. All right. By doing that, we're going to see how far they've come to reaching 100%. 100% would mean they have hit their maximum, right? So we'll go ahead and copy that down, and as you can see, especially with this second one here, they've reached it, right? They have nothing left. Look at this one. This one went over, all right? They've exceeded their allowance because they're at 12,000 and their allowance is like 10,000, so they were 2 over, 120% over. So it's a good little tool to know how to work here. So hopefully you can maybe use this for some concoction of this, some derivative of it in what you're doing there at work, and hopefully this comes in handy. All right, well, thanks for watching the video. Take care. We'll see you soon, or we'll talk to you soon at least, right? All right, take care. Bye-bye.